UFC Fight Night, Hernandez versus Rodrigues. We are going through each fight of the main card and break down each one of it. Some people are saying it was a great card. I would say it has lots of fun fights, but some of the fights, for example, Carly, Judas, and the Chavas, there was some mismatches that happened. But of course, there were some mm, underdog that showed great performance and that made that card pretty fun for most of the fights, I would say. Okay, so let's start with Anthony Wint and Darius Chapman. So this fight in start, it was looking like Anthony Wint striking is not working somehow. There is a little bit of size difference, and it's just, but Anthony Wint has really good movement that it's rare to see in heavyweight. While Terence Chapman was looking confident in at start, and Anthony Wint, who has been a college level wrestler, when he tried to take him down, he showed a little bit of good scrap, but when he got that takedown, then it was completely Anthony Wint, and he had lots of knockout. I think it was his first or second submission, but yeah, he got this done by submission at the end of the first round. If I yeah, at the end of the first round. And it is a fun fighter, and I think so. Future fights when Anthony Wint, you can see the Josh Hockett, you see these Gable Stevenson, these kind of fighters coming up with having a really good wrestling background and very crafty on foot. I think so that that would make the heavyweight of the UFC excited. Tom is out. I don't know. I would say Anthony Wynn gave him. I mean, the UFC would not give him Gable Stevenson because they want to raise their good prospects and until they come on top five, and then they have their fine matchup because that's how they build up their resume, and then it's make more sense to draw more audience, more eyeballs for uh, good prospect, well-known prospect, rather than killing them at the start. But yeah, let's move on. Yeah, I don't know how just La Chavez was undefeated before that fight, but Carly Judas have a really good kick, and somehow the steep kick that she thrown, it was kind of landed uh, at the middle of the body, but she just felt so much that after that she just bent down and a couple of shots on the top of that, and she was done. So yeah, Judas looked exciting, I would say that, but I don't know. If you see last fights of both fighter, this kind of thing, I mean, it was easy to see that the Carly would go through the Chavas that quick. And yeah, I don't know what was that, what was the matter with that leg, but yeah, she got it done. We move on. I mean, this was my favorite fight on this card. Mederos versus Jones. Jones was favorite. Yeah, 380 favorite, and the pace that he put on, the way he moved forward. I mean, it was amazing to watch. Uh, he got one takedown as well. Okay. And then the reversal from the Mederos and the significant strike, you can see it's still Jones was ahead, and Jones was throwing some nasty shots. But yeah, Mederos got one knockdown. It was interesting fight. The way they were fighting, it seems like they were in a r- bar fight at the end of the first round and even at the earlier second round. But the way Mederos finished Joan at standing and then with elbows, and I think it was three elbows, and then he Mederos' hands were not felt or respected, I would say, by the Jones, and then he started throwing elbows, which worked out for him, and then three elbows, and after that, some nasty shots, which just finished Jones at standing, and just his Jones' left knee was kind of bending down, but he was trying not to fall. I think it shows how big a dog that Jones is, and but amazing, amazing, amazing fight. And yeah, the finish happened in second round, the mid of the second round. So it was great, but it didn't went the way I predicted it. Kind of Madras just took everything away from Jones. So yeah, we got Vint right, we got Carly right. This didn't go our way, so 2-1. Another one, 2-2. Sorry, 3-1, because this went also the way I predicted, and yeah, RDR just took everything. He was pretty emotional. I don't know. He said it because he lost last two fights back to back, and now he's coming to the new weight division. And I don't know, Roman Dolidze, what he was doing and what he has in him. I don't know, but he just somehow wanted to latch on the RDR leg and just looking for some submission or something. RDR is also pretty good in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I don't know what Roman Dolidze wanted to do, but yeah, he just kind of pulled RDR down on the ground, and then after that it was completely RDR who just gave. He's a pretty long rangey guy. He just gave his leg to Roman Dolidze and then just keep banging him on the some body shots and on the face as well, because I don't know, RDR have a huge range, long arms. I don't think so he has much power in his arms, but yeah, he I think it's better for him to throw more elbows or something, so that will generate more power and do damage, because you can see in the fight, even Roman Dolidze was down, that RDR was see, he's just throwing punches. His punching was not doing enough as it supposed to do. You can see that the 106 strike thrown on a most of them thrown on the ground, and I don't think so that much of a strike when the other person is completely down and is not doing anything, just having the four strikes. That should not be done. It's just, I mean, that person should be done in a 20 or less strike. So if you're doing that much strike, it means there is a less power advantage, and if you are moving to the heavyweight, I don't know what would be the next challenge for the RDR, but it would be a little bit harder uh, for him, especially the looking at his power. So yeah, I think so. The elbow use would benefit him, but yeah, it was a fun fight. He was pretty emotional. He said it was 8 weeks. He didn't see his kids, but yeah, good fight for RDR, and let's see. Looking forward how things gonna go, because he already beat Robert Whittaker, and Robert Whittaker is also on a heavyweight now, light heavyweight. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know which fight they're gonna give him to next, but it would be fun fight. Yeah. So this, I mean, I know Vitor Petrino has uh, has some good fights on his resume, but I don't know. This was some strange kind of fight to watch. Spivak did not fought his fight, and first two round was completely Vitor Petrino, and then after second round, the third round, he was just moving away. He was just Vitor Petrino was just moving away and not, it's playing safe and kind of running from Spivak and not getting into exchanges so that he might get KO or something like this. But and on the even second round when it was on the ground also, I mean Vitor, I think UFC was pushing, and also the card maker were also making him favorite, and the UFC is pushing some good fighter which looks not like blobs, looks like proper jacked up heavyweights to the heavyweight division, make it exciting. But I don't know, here they fail. Vitor Petrino or Spivak had a bad, I don't know, a bad night or something, because on the ground Spivak, I didn't have any answer for that, especially in the second round when Petrino pulled him to the corner, him to the cage, and just it was down, and he was just trying putting unloading a lot of strike. I don't know. I don't think so. He had much damage in the second round. He threw a little bit jab, kind of jab. I think so. Yeah, in the first round, and which made Spivak, Sergey Spivak, nose bloody. And in the second round, he seems to throw more shots, but yeah, 70 to 12. So, but didn't do damage much on his face. If I remember correctly. And then yeah, in 33 he was just running around, although he had thrown more shot. But yeah, it was not fun to watch, to be honest. Turkey was not the way he is, or maybe Vitor Petrino is good in wrestling at the, but at the end, this at the third round, the fight was completely boring, and just he was just running around rather than, because I think so he know that he had two rounds, so going to third round, and he just avoided. We move on. Yeah, this one also I didn't get right. So we these six fights in the main card, we went 3-3. Three I got right, three I did not. I mean, it was good fight at the second round, I think so. It seems like so look at the first round, it was completely Rodriguez, and even in the significant strikes, and he just stuffed defend all of the Fluffy's takedown. Second round, it was completely Hernandez. Also, he got his takedown, but leg kicks that Rodriguez throw, he just, I think so, knocked down Anthony Hernandez for three time in round. It was kind of a record or something. In third round, it was a little bit closer. Hernandez came back, got a takedown, did some damage. Yeah, even the Fluffy, when Fluffy was throwing, he's doing damage. He was just chinning the Rodriguez, and Rodriguez was feeling that there something going on. So Hernandez is not worthy, but yeah, he is just trying to mix it up, just throwing some strikes and mixing up with the grappling. So it was good. But okay, four round completely Rodriguez, and the fifth round it was also Rodriguez. But yeah, it was 4-1, I think so. That's what they just gave them as well. But I don't know. Fluffy, there was a kind of hype, a little bit hype behind Fluffy, and he showed the way he came back in the third round. But I don't think so that the Groggy was too much strong, have a good wrestling defense, and good takedown defense against Hella Fluffy. So I don't know. Yeah, so now he would be in top five, or probably at sixth position, Groggy, and it would be a fun matchups for him at the middleweight. Let's see who they give him next. There is Bo Nickel there. Uh, Rex Duplessis is there. Sean is the champion. Comes as the contender. Yeah, and he called out Duplessis. If I yeah, he called out Duplessis, and this, I don't know how things would played out with Duplessis. I think so. Duplessis is more stockier. Is kind of, but if he, and which he showed that cardio was, his cardio was, oh, I mean, okay, if I say correctly, because that third round he was looking a little bit exhausted, but fourth and fifth he was kind of okay. He was just breathing heavy at start of third round. But it would be fun to watch him against Duplessis. So let's see how it goes. And we are looking forward to the next wave, which is Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong. And I'll just thank you for watching and like and subscribe. Goodbye.